Hi everyone, it's Natasha, and I've recently seen a presentation about mental health and well-being in the workplace. And I can see that more and more organisations are thinking about this and starting to offer their staff more support in these areas. And I wanted to share with you what I do on a daily basis for my mental health and well-being. And the first thing is I get up Monday to Friday. I get up every morning at 4:44 a.m. and it's a very precise time, and it's to ensure that I can get some things done before I leave my home at 6 a.m. So the first thing I do is meditation, and I learned to meditate a few years ago. I was very lucky to be working with people who could already meditate. So I use some of the free online tools for meditation, guided meditations and things like that. But also when I had questions, I was able to ask my colleague around me those questions. And at the start, it was a little bit difficult. My meditations were a bit quiet. I didn't really get anything from them, and I wondered if I was doing it right. But it took about 4 to 6 weeks, and then I started noticing I could easily go into a meditation, and afterwards I felt really refreshed. I had lots of energy, but also I had greater focus, and I became much more creative with my problem solving, which was really beneficial at work. And the next thing I do is I sit down and I write a journal. So every morning I write a journal. Sometimes it's about my emotions and how I'm feeling, but sometimes it's just about what I'm grateful for, and also about what are the 3 things I can do today that would make today a great day. And it just immediately creates a positive spin on my day and a framework for what a great day would look like, so I know what I'm working towards. So I always find it really useful, and journaling, I just figure out how much I want to write depending on how I feel that morning. So the next thing I do is a bit of exercise, and this will definitely depend on the weather. I'm a fair weather runner, so today there is no reason why I shouldn't be running. It's a gorgeous day. But if I'm not running, I might do some yoga or some weights. And I have a little trampoline, so I do rebounding. And the rebounding especially helps with my energy. And I've really seen a difference in just having that discipline to do something every single day towards my health. The next thing I do is read. And this is probably the toughest thing I find to fit into my working day. So I try to do it in the morning, and if I don't have time to sit down and read, I'll listen to a book or I'll listen to a podcast. And I read things that are either business or finance related, or they're self-help or self-development related. And it just helps me sort of fill up the well on new ideas, and I can figure out what resonates with me and what doesn't. But I've really found it just a wealth of information is out there, and I've really found it useful, and I've been able to use it in my own life, but also recommend a lot of things to other people. And then the final thing I do is when I'm really stuck and I feel like nothing else can help me, I ask for help. And I must admit, I haven't always done this in my life, but I do it more and more frequently these days when I feel I really need help. And I have been amazed at the positive response I've had from my bosses or colleagues or HR manager or whoever I'm sharing it with, be it a friend or family member. And it takes a bit of courage to ask for help, but I can honestly say I've just been bowled over by the amount of support I've had personally, both professionally and in my private life, when I've just taken the time and thought about what I need help with, and being able to just articulate it and ask for help has been really, really useful. So I would definitely encourage you guys to do that if you feel you need help. So they're my ideas about what I do for my mental health and well-being. If you have any ideas for me, I'd love to hear from you. I'm always willing to try something new on this front and just progress and just get stronger and stronger, because I found it so beneficial in my life. And if you have any questions, just contact me and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks.